All right, good morning. Today I wanted to talk about feedback loops. What the fuck does that mean? I heard a podcast, I don't know where it was or when it was. I listened to so many things and read so many things that they all kind of blend together. But I kind of understood this concept of feedback loops, and I think it's so fucking valuable because our human beings want to pursue self development. They want to grow. They want to feel like they're going somewhere. When you feel stagnant, your soul rots, your mind rots, like you just feel like you're gonna you feel like shit basically. But if you put yourself in a position where you can get feedback loops on things you're trying to learn or acquire, it almost like self-propels you forward. So let me give you an example. Let's say I want to learn how to box, throw punches. I can go to my backyard, and I've done this. I've gone to my backyard, tap a punching bag, and just punch it. I'm not a boxer. Never had a boxing coach. No one in my family is a boxer. All I do is watch UFC. Like, so I'll mimic things I've seen, right? No feedback loop. The only feedback loop is fuck. I'm tired. The end. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. I don't know. I know nothing. I can go out there and do that every single day, 5 days a week for the next year. Am I gonna get better? I mean, maybe my cardio, but my technique, no. Now that's zero feedback loops. I mean, let's just say one feedback loop is, oh yeah, I got tired, so it's a good workout. But what I'm trying to achieve is become a better boxer. So I advanced basically nothing. Now take a different scenario. Now let's say I go join a boxing gym where you have an instructor leading drills, showing technique, having sparring sessions, and coaching slash guiding you as you go through your movements. So let's say in one class I show up and they're like, "Rob, we're gonna do a 1, 2, 3." Right, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3. And as you're doing it, the coach is gonna be walking around. He's gonna be like, "Hey, put your hand up here," or "Hey, your stance is off. You make sure to keep this in mind. Hey, when you throw the hook, you want to turn your hand this way." Like in a typical class is about an hour. So in 1 hour's time, you could get, I mean, I want to say minimum 100 feedback touches or loops that they're going to touch on in one class, versus if I was outside by myself for 1 hour, I got one feedback loop is, oh, I got tired. So it's a good workout. Like the amount of growth you can get through being around, the amount of growth you can get through just increasing your number of feedback loops is fucking exponentially huge. And I hope that analogy makes sense, or that example. But that's just how I've been seeing it. And I can see that's why coaches, any kind of coach, fitness coach, diet coach, gym coach, boxing, like, doesn't matter. That's why you can excel so much more quickly. It's because those feedback loops. You can make adjustments right there versus 3 months later when you're like, oh fuck, I should have done this because you saw another video. Like, it's just night and day. Now the only con to that is it's gonna cost money, and that's the thing, right? Well, I think there's two things. From personal experience, that's gonna be, all right, money. It's gonna be costly to get a coach. And then second is, maybe, I don't know if this is more of a guy thing, but personally for me, it's sort of like, I guess, an ego thing. Like, asking for help seems sort of embarrassing. It seems makes me feel a little bit less than. But that's just my ego. Like, well, of course I feel like a fucking idiot. I've never done this. Why is my expectation to be the coach's fucking prodigy student on my first day? Like, these expectations that the man's mind sets on themselves is fucking insane. But that keeps us from making decisions. That keeps us from hiring coaches. All right, let me rephrase that. That keeps me from hiring coaches. That keeps me from kind of growing, is that mindset of feeling lesser than because I've asked for help. Where does that come from? I don't fucking know for sure. It's just that I've never asked for help for the most part. So doing it feels weird. I mean, that's just like the start. I've never done it. So actually, so now that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna ask for help. That I'm gonna increase that feedback loop of asking for help so I can get used to it and learn and learn how to communicate what I need and what I want to get out of it, instead of just being stuck here doing nothing. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. That's a really interesting concept that I was always kind of aware of, but I never really put too much thought into it. And then like I said, I listened to a podcast and they mentioned something about feedback loops, and I was like, well, I fucking love that. I get that. It's an analytical way of putting this concept into like words that I understand. It's just feedback loops. That's all that is. Let's say you take me and then this other guy who's more successful. I'm going to say the biggest difference here is the number of feedback loops that they have going on simultaneously and how many times they're making revolutions or reps. I'm doing 100 a day. That guy's doing 10,000 a day. This is why I'm here and he's there or she's there. And that's got to be the main difference. That alongside with just the mental resilience and the want to learn and improve. So everyone has their own different standard of where they want to be. Some people want to just make, let's say, $10,000 a month. Some people won't sleep until they make $100,000 a month. So it's just everyone has their own standard. But I think the biggest difference here is going to be how many feedback loops, how many reps are they putting in, how many revolutions, because all that is kind of self-learning. If you think about it, that's what AI does, doesn't it? Doesn't it just go through the feedback loops of everything, or like a decision tree where it's like this equals that, which equals this, which equals this, which equals that, and then does that a fucking million times a second, and that's how it makes decisions so fast. We can do the same thing. It just takes way longer. But yeah, interesting concept. Think about it. Let me know. Comments here. I want to reply to people. Let me know if I'm crazy, which I don't. Let me take that back. I'm not crazy. Just comment. Let me know what y'all think. It'd be interesting to have a conversation and to get a different point of view. But that's how I think, and that's kind of the mindset I've been on lately. And that's it.